Good morning, dear student. I am Kiran Pachlasiya, Assistant Professor at Sagar Institute of Research and Technology, Bhopal, D Sage Group. Today we are discussing about the normal form. The topic belongs to theory of computation. In the previous video, we already discussed about grammar, types of grammar. So if you have any confusion regarding grammar, please check out the previous video. Now let's start. On the outline on which we are going to talk, what is CNF, Chomsky normal form, how to convert a grammar in CNF. First of all, what is grammar? Grammar consists of four tuples BTPS, where T is terminal, V is variable, S is starting symbol, and P is production. This is simple example of grammar, where these grammar showing that the string A followed by B followed by C, where A, B and C are of equal numbers. This is a simple string of given grammar. Now we are talking about context-free grammar. Similar to grammar, context-free grammar also consists of four tuples, VTPS. And context-free grammar says that each production of the left-hand side have single variable. These types of grammar are says context-free grammar. For example, on the left-hand side of this production, S produces P, we are having single variable. On this production, P produces A, P, B, from where we have capital P. So this type of grammar is known as context-free grammar. From this grammar, we can easily generate any number of A followed by B. The language consists of two terminals A and B. When we're going to talk about Chomsky normal form, there are a rule where Chomsky normal form says that a variable can derive two variable or a variable can derive a terminal. This form belongs to Chomsky normal form. If the grammar is not in the form of this, then what we have to do? We have to convert the grammar into Chomsky normal form. First of all, we have a grammar in CFG, context-free grammar, that first we have to simplify the grammar. There are certain rules to simplify context-free grammar into simplified grammar. The first rule is eliminate epsilon production. The second rule is eliminating unit production. The third rule is removing useless symbol or useless production. Now, afterwards, when we start simplification, first we go on eliminating useless symbol. If any production having production like this, if a variable generate any string which is directly or indirectly not reached by the variable over the left hand side, or the starting variable, that production is useless. For example, when T produces this production, what are the production produces by T? R double A P, A B A, A T. We can easily reaching to B. We can easily reaching to A by T. So A also driving something, B also driving something. Here we can see that there is C where we cannot reach by any variable. So in this grammar, C is useless symbol. The second rule is eliminating epsilon production. When a grammar having the epsilon production, what we have to do is we have to put epsilon in where we have the concern variable which are producing the epsilon. For example, if we having the grammar like this, A is producing epsilon and B is also producing epsilon. So what we have to do, we have to put epsilon in place of A. This is two production that are as it is. When we put epsilon over here, we get AS. When we put epsilon over here, we get SA. Similarly, when we put in both place of A epsilon, we will get S. And now we can see that B also producing epsilon. When we put B as an epsilon, so what we get? A single A. So thus we can easily remove the epsilon from the grammar. Third, what we are talking about the unit production. If a production having a single variable drive single variable, these type of production known as unit production. And when it was unit production, what you have to do, you have to replace of the right hand side variable with its string or with its production, what this variable produce. For example, this is a grammar. S produces C, a variable producing single variable. So what we can put in the place of C, we can easily put 0, 1 in the place of C. So what we are doing here in the first step, we are putting 0, 1 in the place of C. Next we see here also that B produces A. So what is happening? B is directly driving a variable. So in the place of A, what we are going to put? The production produced by A. A produces 0s and 00. So we will put 0s and 00. Thus, finally, what type of grammar we get without a unit production? So, from these three steps, we can easily simplify a context-free grammar into simplified grammar. Now, the second rule is we have to convert the CFG into CNF. So, when a grammar not in the CNF form, first we are simplify the grammar, then we can convert this into CNF form. CNF says that a single variable drive two variables and single variable can drive a single terminal. What if the production is like this? S produces small a and capital A. This is not in the form of CNF. So what we can do is we can create small a by any new variable, or we can introduce a new variable which can replace A. So here A is replaced by R. So what is happening here? S produces RA, and from R we can drive A. So this is the new grammar for the given this grammar. Suppose the production is S produces three variable. So what can do here? We can drive two variable replaced by a single variable. So new grammar is S produces RS and R produces AS because A is replaced by R. So for this example, the new grammar is this. So yeah, this is how simply we can convert a CFG into CNF. This is an example. Here we are having two variable, in between we are having one terminal. So what we are doing, this terminal is derived by some variable. What we are doing, plus is converted to P, asterisk is converted to F, open braces is converted by L, close braces is converted by R, and we are simply putting all of these value into this grammar. So we are getting this grammar. Now we are saying this is three variable, this three variable in converted into two variable. See, CPT is replaced by C1, MF is replaced by C2, and ER is replaced by C3. So we are having here only two variable. These are some practice questions for you. I hope you will easily convert the context-free grammar into CFG. If you having any doubt, please pause the video, repeat, go to first step of the grammar, and you can easily convert it into CNL. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. Keep learning.